This video is sponsored by JJ Drones, the droning veteran, and chillin' in Indiana Carl.
Good morning, welcome back to Off the Hook Outdoors. I'm Ted, your host. As you can see today, guys, we have some very heavy foggy conditions. So we're gonna go out and do some bass fishing today, so come along. We're gonna take a slow ride across the lake and get to our spot. That point that I like to fish. We're gonna try for some smallmouth this morning, try for some largemouth later. But this week has been great. We've caught a lot of fish. Yesterday, we didn't catch too many. We caught a lot of little ones, but nothing with size. So we're gonna get after it. We're trying to get some fish on the board for the Shane Flint tournament. So come along, I hope you enjoy the video. If you haven't, please hit that subscribe button, hit all notifications so you can be alerted whenever I upload new videos. So come along, and I hope you enjoy the video. All right, as you can see, heavy fog. We got to the point safely. That's the key. If you can't see in the boat when you're driving across the lake, go at a speed that you're comfortable with and take your time. So we're pulling up to this point here. I'm gonna throw some Senko, some top water, see what they're doing today. We haven't caught anything big off of this point in the last 2 days. So I'm hoping something comes in and is feeding in here, but it's last time we had these foggy conditions, we had a good day, so we'll see what happens, guys. All right, guys, there's one right there. Little bass, little smallmouth off this point. All right, well, that's a start. Little baby. It's about a 8-inch smallmouth right there, guys. Right there. All right, let him go, get back at it. There's small ones here. It means there's some big ones. I hope. It's getting a little foggy. Fog's running off, I mean, so see what happens. Okay, so we got some fish that are actually coming to the top here. They are just busting a little bit, so I may throw a top water in a minute just to see if I can't get a reaction. I think I got a little snap, a little bite here, so hold on. Maybe not. Nope, that might have been just a little rock the boat was moving. So, but we're trying to get, I'm trying to get 3 18-inchers for Shane Flint. I have a 17.5 and a 17.25 on hold. My son has a 15.5. He had a 17.5, but we didn't get the picture and it fell back into the water. So he was a little bit disappointed with that. But we're gonna get him on some fish, hopefully today and next week. But there's only a couple weeks left, I think 2 weeks left, or maybe a week left for the round 1. And you need 3 fish to move on to round 2. So go check out Shane Flint Outdoors and check out all his tournaments that he does. He does a great job. Also, I'm filming with the Yolotek. I just got on the Yolotek team. So I have a link in the description, my Yolotek. That's my link. If you go over to there and buy anything on Yolotek, I get a commission from that with them, which is, I really appreciate that. They're a great company. Christian over there is the owner. I've talked to him several times. Real informative. If you have any questions, you can go over. So, and you can also go on their website and fill out a form to become an ambassador or get on the team also. So go check that out. If that's something that interests you, please do so. Go over there. Also, my links for Fishoholic are in there. You can go to www.fishoholic.com, or you can go to my description and click the links. And you can use my code OTHO, and you can get 25% off right now. I think he's running that for a few weeks for me. So if you're interested in any of the Fishoholic gear like I wear on these videos, please do so. Go over and do that. And yeah, we're gonna try to, I have a feeling it's gonna be another tough day today. My last video that I did was a tough day, so, but I got one on the board already, a little baby, but that's one. Last time I had to work, but it looks like today, and as of the last few days, we're gonna have to work for them. The water is high. It was 75 yesterday, today it's 71. So I don't know with the water fluctuation with temperatures and stuff, if it really is stunning the fish or what. But we did really good last week, early in the week here when Sunfish King was up here. We did great, and now it's slowing down a little bit. It's high, it's a little bit muddy, and it's cooler. So we'll fight through the conditions and try to get some catches today, so stay tuned. I just made a little move, just bumped us down a little bit. You could see some fish coming up to the surface, but I don't know if they're feeding or if they're just busting the surface. So we'll just gonna keep plugging at it all day, or all morning at least. See if we can't get some of these fish to bite, but it's gonna be a very slow morning. I can already tell you guys that. So it's gonna be tough, but we're gonna try to get on them. Oh, I had another little bite. Didn't seem. There's a lot of little fish up on these points about this far out. I'm about 50 yards, 40 yards out, 50 yards out from the wall. And right around this certain break line, I'm getting a bunch of little ones. That's what you gotta do. You gotta try different things. Like I've been really successful this past week and a half with the wacky style. But to a certain point, if you're throwing that same bait in the same areas all the time, it's tough to be consistent because they catch on to that. And so you got to try different things. So we'll try some other stuff today and see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to throw a chug bug. This is a clear minnow. Now the conditions you wouldn't think to throw a clear minnow, but up here they love this clear minnow. What I do is I put a split shot on the back treble hook, a small split shot, so the chug bug sits down in the water and you get a deeper, like, blooping sound. I'm throwing that on my Corrado, my Shimano Corrado, my St. Croix Avid, and I have the Sunline braid on it. It's Ossigo or Asiago cheese is what I call it, because I don't know how to say the name. But yeah, it's a great combination, so we're going to throw that and see if they like that. So stay with me. So I'm just throwing this out, it's making that deep sound, that like bloop, that chug bug sound that I love. But top water bite hasn't been great at all this week, really. It's been tough with top water. I've thrown buzz baits, chug bugs, whopper ploppers, choppos, top props, and I had one catch. I missed one on a black chopper, and I caught one on a black chopper, and the one I caught was about 10 inches. So the top water has not been on fire. Now frogs, they were heating up a little bit, but with the rain and the cold, it's sort of like they shut off. I did catch one on a frog yesterday morning, but yeah, everything is slow. It's that low and slow style, which is tedious, and you gotta have patience for it, but it was working. But now it seems like everything's dying off, and you'll have that on days, you know, you try to find them and you just can't, or they just won't bite. So this chug bug, you can try different like cadences also. Like I just pop it once, let it set, or you can go pop, 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 pop. There's a couple different ways you can work it. I like right now, since it's slow, is the one big bloop and just let it sit there for a second and then bloop and hit it again. But the fish will tell you what they want. And right now, they don't want anything. We'll be right back. All right, so I fished the point about 150 yards from the point, very slow. I threw top water, I threw my Senko here, I threw a chug bug, nothing. There's fish coming up above me. I think they're carp. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually just cover water. I'm gonna go faster, and I'm just gonna start throwing the different things. I'm gonna target trees and rocks and logs, whatever, tree trunks, and I'm gonna just throw and keep moving until I find something. And hopefully I can put a couple fish in the boat by doing that. So stay with me. So I'm getting little taps, that's all. Just little taps from little fish. There's nothing big. I could feel the hits and then they leave it go. So just gonna keep covering water, see what happens. There's one. There's one of them little ones, guys, I'm talking about. There we go. Let's see, it's a little largemouth. So that is the bass that we're catching today. These little babies, these little aquarium fish, I call them, little pickles. So there you go, another 6-inch fish. That's what I'm getting hits right now, guys. So just gonna keep plugging away and hopefully we get a big one. Or there's small ones, there's big ones. You can't give up though, you gotta keep going. Just more of those little bumps. I'm waiting for that one little tick and see my line moving. I'm coming up on them pads and stuff again. I'm definitely gonna throw a frog in there to see if anything's active. I'm seeing a lot of fish jumping. Notice there's some carp jumping and some little fish, and I think the little fish are just shad that are breaking the surface. All right, well, I'm gonna throw my frog and all this stuff over here, see if there's anything active. Anytime there's weeds and pads and rug, I always gotta throw something. So I always gotta throw a frog in there, no matter how active or not active they are. I still like to throw, just in case. So, never know. Maybe today it's just stranger things have happened. So we'll see, we'll hit some of these pads. These isolated pads, we'll hit some of those. Through this rug, we'll work our way down a little bit and see. And then we're gonna move across the lake and fish a couple other spots that I fish, but I don't fish as much as the spots that I fished this morning. So, see what happens. Okay guys, well, I just missed a fish on the top water, and I missed it straight out here in one of these isolated pads. So I'm gonna bring it through and see if he hits it again. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so we have one blow up on the frog. And I was right out in front of me here with these isolated pads. So I'm gonna throw to these pads a little bit, see if I can't get one in the boat. Sometimes they'll come back, sometimes they won't. But there's about 4 or 5 different sets of the isolated pads right here, so I'm gonna keep throwing at them. And sometimes it's just a reaction. You throw it, it's right there, it comes up, hits it once, and done. There's carp that I filmed earlier, they're all spawning back in the cove there, creating all kinds of mud and havoc in the back. I usually don't fish those areas. It just seems like I don't have much success when the carp are spawning in those areas. I try to stay away from those areas. Seems like it scares the bass out of there. But it was a good sign I had the one blow up. I missed them. But I don't think it was a big fish, just by the sound of it. So we're just gonna keep working our way down. We have a ton of pads and stuff that we could fish if that is the pattern, or it does catch on fire today. So we'll see what happens. Oh, I missed one, guys. I don't know if that was a small one. Seemed like it hit pretty good, and then it stopped. So we'll see. And I'm just sight casting. I'll just throw in different areas. After I get out of those pads, it's usually what I do. I'll just start, fan casting in some open water because there's weed lines and stuff out there. Oh, I missed another one. That's 2 misses in a row. I actually switched, guys, to my, this is mine. It's a pearl with gold and black flake in it. It's like a white pearl with gold and black flake in it. And I don't throw gold that much, but I wanted to, I figured the gold with sort of the overcast with the sun a little bit out, that it will create some flash in the water, in this stained water, along with the black. So we'll see what happens. There's another hit, guys. We'll see. Oh, that's a little one. They're little ones. They have to be. Have to be the little ones. But where there's little ones, there's big ones. But what I'm thinking is they're seeing this bait. I mean, the black and blue flake, like my favorite, is obviously they're gonna see that. But I wanted to switch it up with this pearl gold and black, and see if that helps. Because I did see a lot of shad breaking the surface, so I wanted sort of something like a pearl, like white, to sort of imitate a shad a little bit. Yeah, them little ones want to play. That's what they want to do. I just missed another one. That's like 5 in a row on this dock, and I keep playing with them. So we're gonna see if I can't get one of these and see what it really is, if it's a rock bass or if it's a smaller bass. Sometimes it's amusing when you're not catching nothing. So we'll see if I can. There he is again. Come on. I missed him again. There's small ones. Like 6 bites that I missed on that dock. And if there was a big one in there, I think I would have caught it. So, but they're seeing the pearl with the gold and black, so that's a good thing. But I'll probably end up switching it back up anyway to black and blue flake. That's just a confidence bait of mine. Unless I catch something big or catch a bigger fish with this color. We'll see. I'll have to make some more of this color when I get back. I don't have many left, so. There's another little hit. There we go. There we go, got him. I'll show you what it is in a second here. This is, there we go. That's what's hitting my baits, these little largemouth. I gotta get the big ones in here though. That's another pickle. That's about a 6-inch fish right there, guys, so. Oof, I'm right in a boat. Go ahead, buddy. Sorry about that. Now we're gonna keep moving down. We got that wood coming up here. And there's some tree trunks in the ground, in the water, so we'll see if there's anything hiding on the tree trunks. All right, there's a bigger one, guys, off of that log. This is what we want here. And this is what we want. Okay, and this might even score for the Shane Flint tournament. I don't know. Let's see. Nah, maybe not. That's what we want, guys. We want bigger fish like this. So let me see what he scores. I want to get the pliers out of here real quick. Let's see, but this was off of that log, guys. And that's what we want. Okay. I lost my pig stick, so there you go. Let me move him over here. Nice fish. All right, we're gonna measure him and let him go. See what he looks like. See what he is here. Right off of that log, they're tucked in there. Let's see what he is. He is 14 inches. So that fish hit my pearl, black and gold, and I lost it. And I looked in my bag and I don't have it anymore. I have straight white, but I put on the black and blue flake again. So, but that was only like a 14-inch, 15-inch fish. So nothing for the Shane Flint. Now my son got to get out here and try to catch a couple more. So we'll see. But yeah, he was on that log. So we'll see what happens. There's a bunch of them. I got a snag now, so be right back. Oh, I don't know what that was. That was a little bit bigger fish, but it was off of the log. We're gonna throw it back in there. I think I had him hooked though, unless he just had the end of it. There's another one, we'll see. All right, there he is. That's a baby. That was a baby the first time. Yep, another one, little baby. Seems like we're getting these 8-inchers, maybe 10. But they're every once in a while, you just got to pick through them all, guys. There you go. But we're gonna move down to the other end of the lake in a little bit here. I'm gonna finish this wood here off, and then we're gonna move down. It's got like that, they sprayed for weeds, and it's got that green film on it, and I don't like fishing that too much. So we're gonna head down to the other end of the lake in a little bit here. Unless I catch another fish here, we'll see you at the other end. So I'm on this point here. I come down the other end of the lake. The water clarity is no better, but it doesn't have that green film on the top of it. So we'll see. I'm gonna hit this point. I'm gonna hit across the side of this rock point here, and then there's some pads down around back of the cove I'm gonna try to hit. So I'm gonna work our way down into this. There's a big snapping turtle right there. We're gonna work our way down here a little bit to this wall, and then we're gonna keep moving here, guys. All right, so we're working the shoreline down. There's a bunch of rocks out here out on the shoreline that come out, so I'm just casting as I'm going down the shoreline here, trying to create a bite. There is a log in the water out here where I'm gonna go and throw next to that log. See if I can't get a hit. And then there's pads down around the corner over here. So I'm gonna try to hit those pads, see if I can't come up with a fish in those pads. There aren't too many people on the lake now. I guess everybody quit fishing because they ain't catching nothing, but I'm gonna keep going here for a little bit and see what happens. So stay with me. So this is what I'm dealing with today. Can you see that green, that slime that's on top of the water? That is what I'm dealing with today. So that is spray, and that's like a algae bloom / weed killer. So I think that turned the fish down. So, but yeah, I just wanted to show you this so you could see what I'm dealing with on the lake today. All right, guys, we'll be right back. Okay, guys, well, I'm going to hit this set of pads in here, I think, for my last hurrah, and then I'm going to go ahead and get in, and I got to get packed up and head back to Pittsburgh. So we're going to see what happens here real quick. Maybe we'll get something in here. Usually there's fish in here, but the last couple times I haven't really. There was a couple blow-ups we had in here, but nothing nothing like it normally is. So I don't know if it's just algae, them spraying the weeds, or if this is like an algae bloom because fertilizer from the farms, and this is a runoff which makes this green stuff just really grow. But I've heard in the past, I mean, there's a lot of farms around here, and that fertilizer, this is the runoff, and when that fertilizer gets in the lake, it just creates these big algae blooms. So I'm thinking that's what it is, but we'll see. All right, so this is a good one, guys. I just got a blast from this in the pads here, so it did pay off like I thought. I don't know what it's going to score here. There we go, guys. That's a nice fish right there, guys. That blew up right on that frog. Really nice fish. Let me get that out. Here we go. Blew up on that frog. Brown and red spro frog. So there you go. Yeah, he tore the frog up. So we're going to get back in there, see what happens. But the frog just twisted on me, so you got to adjust the frog with the hooks again. Here we go. All right, we're gonna get back at it, guys. I'm seeing some action on top here on these pads. I keep seeing fish, or I keep hearing, you know, them hitting little bugs and things with the bluegill. And I'm seeing some blow-ups, like, pretty far away. Nothing real close, but there's some action in the pads. I don't know if that's because the sun's out, or I could see some fish moving in the pads. So we're just gonna throw here for a few minutes, see if we can't get another bite. Nothing like a frog bite though. All right, well, that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a tough morning. I tried to get on some fish. I did get on some fish. I got on a couple of nice ones with the frog. I got one on a Senko, or actually I got one on my pearl with the golden black that I make, my pig sticks. So that was cool, but it's really tough. You've seen the water, the algae or the fertilizer's doing something to the lake right now. So it's slowed down considerably from last week. So I wanted to thank you all for joining me. If you haven't, please hit that subscribe button, hit all the notifications so you can be notified when I upload new content. I wanted to thank my sponsors, Jason from JJ Drones, Dan from The Droning Veteran, and Carl from Chillin' in Indiana, Carl. I'd like to thank Yolotek. I'd like to thank Fishoholic, Angler Tungsten. Thank you so much, and we will see ya.